But it was submitted in November of last year.
What was the flaw with the why they tabled it?
I have not.
Usually it's centered around
I think Council
not paying,
that she has some reserve.
the draw, there's a lot of stuff, mitigating stuff involved, not drawing down, whatever. But year after year, they have problems with us for whatever reason. In terms of, that's why we didn't have the home fund money this time. Money being spent the wrong way, I can go on and on what we need.
So we're gonna try to, everybody's trying to do better, and that's what we're gonna do. To try to hurry and get it passed, and then we'll get it into a budget that council approves, and approves it on behalf of their constituents. Good, we good. The next thing we went over, Councilman Baker, was public improvements. And that's the street improvement project, street lighting. The one thing that came up in there was like fixing the potholes. We can't just fix potholes with CDBG funds. Street improvement would be like, street improvement would like the North Taylor out. So we need you to rank those.
Okay. Why is there water and sewer on
That's part of it. That's part
Oh,
of it.
It's
eligible?
there?
Yes.
Even if the county is doing it?
No, not the county's doing it. Sometimes there's a match, sometimes there's not enough money.
Yeah, I know, but they're saying it's connected to an otherwise word. It may be just written like that, but I know they did it on sewer.
It's
Are we able to
Yes.
help that?
Well, I don't know if we're able to help that, but in some instances, the city has a match, have to provide a match, and we can't use block grant dollars for that match. So say, for instance, the project is more than, I'm not sure, maybe it's more than the city can afford, so it might be the city dollars. State provide money.
Right, but I remember reading in the contract that they would handle upgrades and improvements, through
Well, sometimes we do,
regional supervision.
sometimes we do a street project, and they open the street, they find water and sewer issues. And then maybe you can't get funded, then you can apply for CDBG
So the
dollars.
part that we would be responsible for, that's what you're saying, is applicable to, okay, all right, thanks.
So our next section, we're gonna go to parks and recreational facilities. As a note, Councilwoman Thomas had said that she would like funds put into the parks. Rank those as one being the most important.
I'm sorry, I was not here. She said she would like funds.
Put it to the parks.
Put in some parks. She said like over on Thornhill, she would like a park, like a playground for the kids.
It was a Cahoon for the, right?
It was in a different area, I believe. Because I reached out to Kaboom, I sent them an email. I've yet to hear back from them, asking them what can we do as far as
Cut the grass.
getting to that program. I think it's a match.
I mean, that's probably all it really needs is the grass cut.
And Home Depot has already offered to say that they're willing to partner with the city of East Cleveland
To do what?
to do a Kaboom project.
Yeah, the issue is, and the kaboom is a good thing. I've been involved in a number of them throughout the city. The issue is maintenance of the parks. That's the issue. Cut the grass, keep the parks up and that kind of thing. And we're going to have the park, we can keep the grass cut and all like that. The environmentalists tell me they love coming to Fort Sill Park because everything's intact. But we're not maintaining the parks like we need to. So if we do what Barbara suggests, are we going to keep the grass cut and all like that? That's my concern about the parks.
You might want to put up to your maintenance.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, even under Parks and Recreation, we're talking about is that takes in the Civic Center, right? Does that take in to some extent? Because I went past there a number of times and I saw that the front door was the thing was down. And then I started asking around and I found out that it's open, but you come on the side now in the driveway to get in there.
I'm pretty sure the Boys and Girls Club is pretty much.
Yeah, they're there, but they don't have a sign that, you know, saying that come to the rear. I saw cars on the side that said, if I'm just like, I don't go in there that often, but if I'm just driving past, I don't know whether it's open or not. So that's a sidebar, but it just caught my attention. They should have a big sign up there saying, come to the rear. You see the Boys and Girls Club.
Stay
Yeah. So go ahead.
We're gonna move on to public services. Public services is a good section for us. We gotta look at senior services, like here at Eliza Bryan, domestic violence, youth services, crime prevention. So rank those in the order, and if it's something that's on there, if that's not on there that you
go
want.
back to recreational facility just one time. Can I ask if this is eligible if we had an electronic sign? Or like a board placed down there that could kind of, you know, like the one outside the city hall, you could fire inside of the market.
That's not a public facility.
I'm saying that you know,
We can go
the
ahead.
parks are, and that, you know, the permits oftentimes get wet or something like that. We had like a waiver in case of like something like that. Is that eligible?
Not as a public facility. The facility is the actual building itself, like we do the air conditioning there, and in parks, we've got the floor and the,
Can you update the restrooms to this?
it's part of the facility.
All right.
So you have to look at, you know, what the actual structure of the building.
Yeah, it would be a part.
So on the public services, just make sure you also, if there's any other thing on there that you want us to look at, or you can ask, we can let you know. Like rank your public services. And on our next page, let me wait till everybody. On the next page is expanded economic opportunities. Expanded economic opportunities include the retention, stabilization, expansion, and establishment of small businesses, as well as job creation and retention, primarily for low and moderate income individuals. So, I know that before we had money set aside for it, that wasn't really used. But if you have a need and you want a high ranking, put that in there. Public services, job training, that's self-explanatory. For cave improvements would be like the city of Cleveland has a storefront renovation program. So if you felt like that one, that's under the cave improvements.
You know, in years past, we've said a lot about storefront renovation, cave improvement. Why haven't I seen it?
We only, honestly,
I don't think we have seen it.
I think I've had my years here, maybe less than 5 people ask about a storefront renovation program.
Well, 3 of them maybe, because I told them who to go ask, but I didn't see it. And I know that's been like one of the things that I know in the sector where we kind of don't give something back to the businesses. All of it is kind of rerouted and put towards residential and stuff like that. I think that in order to stop our businesses from flight, it would be necessary for us to kind of give them a loan or something.
We did, maybe before your time, Mr. Leach, we had a comprehensive store renovation program on Noble Road with Chuck, Chester's, Tucker's, that whole area was done. And the signage is the same and all like that. And certain businesses like Anita Floors and some of them have benefited from that. But lately, I don't think we've done much of that area.
Probably could get back to it. I know it's probably probably is, quite, expensive, I'll say that.
It depends on how it's framed.
But-
It can be beneficial.
In the same side, I think that curb appeal sales and curb appeal will enhance the traffic flow for businesses, thus keeping them open in the long term. So I just think that it would be a great thing to at least see 2 or 3. When I say, 15, 20 people, everybody get your front done. They got booming business, you can get yours done on your own, but that struggling business, like, blacks, you don't get much clientele in there anymore. A few stores on usually that are, falling apart.
I mean, it makes a difference. Like for me, driving down Superior the other day, I see the new hot sauce Williams.
Yeah, that was.
That looks really, really nice. It makes you want to invite us, like, well, let me try it out. So storefront improvements do help improve the business if done right, and it helps improve the neighborhood.
And if we're talking about economics right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need a comprehensive economic development plan. There's long range, 10 years, short range, 5 years of younger that's going to create jobs, that's going to do job training, that's going to bring business. There's a new business that moved in that, depending on your point of view, he packs the place every weekend. It's called Pride, next to Family Dollar on Euclid. You're probably not familiar with it, but yeah, Prevay. You familiar with it?
I've heard of it.
Okay, well, he has things on the weekend. He has a lot of cars. We need to increase our tax base. This is what economic development. Do we have a comprehensive plan? Number 1, short range, 1 to 5 years, and number 2, long range, 5 years to 10, that's going to revitalize the city. You may not know this, and I know this connected to this particularly, but we've had like a special purpose grant for job training for women, single women, and that money's been there for years, about almost $300,000. I don't know if that comes under this, but my question is, why come after over 20 years, we haven't connected with a urban league or whatever to train women for STA jobs or whatever the market dictates, since this is the medical mecca of America, Cleveland with University, Cleveland Clinic and all like that. Why has that money been sitting there so long and hasn't been used?
We've talked about it.
Okay.
That has also brought it up too.
Who? Okay, and I've talked about it, I've been talking about it for years now. Why? We're not in a job training and placement business, but there's organizations, entities out there to do it. Why is that money?
The city's tried to partner with a couple of people, it just hasn't come to fruition.
Well, that'd be a part of the short-range plan, and then getting small business. America's fueled by small business, not by the big corporations like Cleveland Clinic and University Hospital, but smaller businesses hire these little gas station stuff all over the place do well, and they hire our people. But we need you can make a note of this, we need a comprehensive economic development plan.
Let's just write it down for us.
I wrote it down,
Okay.
short range and long range. I've been writing stuff down for years. I don't know if you haven't do anything with it, but I came here specifically to do this, okay? So, all right.
So towards the end, just make sure if you have any additional comments, please write them in. We can leave.
You want mine? I'm through with mine. I can, if you want it, one of your sisters,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
We can also leave you with a couple of extra copies.
Okay.
How many of you want? If you can pass them out to your constituents, or anybody, they can fill it out, get them in to us over the next couple of weeks. We greatly appreciate it.
And next year, if you consult me, give it to me. I have a large group of people who come to my meeting on a regular basis. I'll give it to them. Okay? And suggestion. This should have been running on Channel 9 for weeks leading up to this. So people know.
I got
You feel me? Okay. Okay. Brother Leach, okay? So is this meeting adjourned or?
No. Almost.
You got something to pass out to the citizens of East Cleveland before I go?
Well, next we're gonna have the RFP to provide a public service. I don't know if we have anybody in here. If not, we might be close to an end, but pass it over to Barbara Johnson.
Okay. We have applications for public service. And those are basically for, to provide public service for youth, seniors, domestic. You know, we have the application, it's really self-explanatory.
You gonna give us an application?
No, you're not
What you got?
it's for nonprofit,
Not-for-profit business?
it's for nonprofit, organizations, government agencies, and, for the city. So if you know,
Operating in the city.
thank you very much.
Operating solely in the city.
Yes. So, if you know anyone interested, they can get the application on our website, it's on our website,
Yeah.
and, or they can pick it up
Was
on
it a deadline for that?
August the 15th.
What's the number to your office?
681-2198. If you want to review it, I get each one of you.
I wanna take a look at it. And then give it back to you?
No, it's okay.
Oh,
If you know that a
I
nonprofit
suppose.
agency,
Yeah. You know, like calendar.
Now, will it be evenly distributed, I think, this time?
Which is the A1 street.
Yeah. Notice that some people got way a lot more than other areas that probably should
As
have.
far as funds, man,
How much is the cap on funds this year? How much would you like to know?
well, the cap is always 25% of the grant award. That's the most we can do for any public service. That's just the HUD rule. Now, remember that we're doing the salt truck, which is an exception, which is gonna fall under that 25% cap.
And that's being, how is that in this, how is this in the nonprofit?
Well,
I see the 501c3
I mean, like,
status.
this is the process that I thought we would, like, for
If you-
domestic violence, POW.
right, those are not, for nonprofit
People
organizations to provide public service for the city.
Right, so how did it start for the phone?
Well, actually, we submitted a request, and they did an exception.
So wait.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's still gonna fall under that cap because that salt truck is gonna provide a service, but it's not normally qualifies as a public service, but they provide an exception due to, the city's not, your,
I didn't know, I didn't know we were going that route with that salt truck.
That's the
No,
only
you
route.
didn't say that.
yeah, that's the only zone.
That